Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. It has been quite an interesting day in terms of there's a lot of things that have come out today, controversial things as well. And also there was a huge Army of the Dead on the set. Everything we know so far about Army of the Dead. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out my video, I credited Stephen Colbert from Screen Rant for writing that. It's in the video link up here in case you didn't want to read it. I actually read it for you, so please check that out. But today I want to get first into thanking new members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. So thank you to Patton27 for rejoining as a member. Thank you very much. And thank you to Jesse Hernandez for joining as a new member of the Ping Pong Flix Show. I truly appreciate it. All right, well, first things first, though, before I get into major topics, this is kind of sad. I have to say, rest in peace to Bryan Zapp. Yeah. So Boss Logic put this out just earlier. Heartbroken to hear the news about Bryan Zapp. One day you are here in the fan art community creating the things we love, and the next day you are gone. Rest in peace, brother. My condolences to the family and close ones. Life passes in an instant. Make the most of every day. And I am shocked. I am very shocked at Bryan Zapp. And, you know, his real name is like Bryan Fulio. I can't really pronounce his last name. But he has been, I don't know him personally. And I think, but a lot of people like me, you will probably recognize his work. His work says who he is. And a lot of his work was even in the Snyder Cut movement as well. He made incredible artwork, incredible fan art. It was amazing. In fact, I featured a lot of them and credited a lot of them for my thumbnails sometimes. And it's so, I am sad. I'm sad that someone, you know, a fan really passed away. Like that one, you know, I love that one and all this artwork that he done. Incredible artwork. I don't know what happened. Probably never know what happened, and then that's okay. That, you know, they should keep that private to their family and stuff. But it is really sad that Bryan Zapp is gone now. He has, you know, given so much to the fan art community and the Snyder Cut fandom in expressing his love for like the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the restored Snyderverse, and just love in general for all this comic book movies, genre movies, and stuff like that. It's really sad. I'm really sad. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but I know him from his work, and you can tell from his work that there was a lot of love put into it. And he had a lot of love to give. So, rest in peace, Bryan Zapp. Rest in peace, man. All right, let's get into the topics of the day. The first topic of the day I want to bring up is Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Here's a look at Sonic Movie 2 filming at Fort Langley today. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles props were seen. Marsden and Sumter present as well. As you see, these are the characters from the first movie. They are running towards something or away from something, and it's kind of cool to actually have the props up. So you do see everybody there. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles right there. Right there, so they could probably interact with them in some case without, you know, just yelling or talking to nothing. So you can see them in the distance. That looks awesome. Knuckles looks awesome. Tails, yeah. So they pretty much just made them look exactly like the characters. There is no change in the way they look. There is no like altering of the looks of them. They made them exactly like how they are in the video games. And that's great. I think it worked out the first time around, and I think I really enjoyed the first one more than I thought I would. But I was surprised that I actually enjoyed the first one, and so to see the second one coming out, and it really deserves a sequel to that. I'm excited for it. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Movie 2, that is coming out with new characters, more characters. Although I may have wanted, I don't know if it's going to stay here, but I'd rather it going back to his home world, less for the modern world here. But we'll see. Maybe it'll take place in both worlds. We'll see. All right. Well, the next topic of the day is actually Emilia Clarke joining Marvel's Secret Invasion for Disney Plus. Yeah. Interestingly enough, remember when Emilia Clarke was being, from different sites and saying that she was going to take over Amber Heard as Mera? Well, I guess not, since she's now going to be in Secret Invasion for Disney Plus, joining the MCU as we see it. And yeah, they can hop back and forth, no problem. But I thought that was kind of interesting to see that that she is now going to be in Disney Plus now. So sorry, I'm going to close all those sites there. The Game of Thrones alum joins Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, and Olivia Colman. Marvel's upcoming Secret Invasion is heating up, with Game of Thrones star Emilia Clarke in talks to join the Disney Plus series. Marvel Studios could not be reached for comment on the casting, which was reported by Variety. Secret Invasion, which gets its name from the 2008 comic book event story, stars Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn, reprising his Captain Marvel role as a shape-shifting Skrull Talos. Oscar winner Olivia Colman is also among the cast. Kyle Bradstreet, known for Mr. Robot, is writing and executive producing Secret Invasion. In the comic, Secret Invasion revealed that the Skrulls had infiltrated human society and that some of the Earth's superheroes had been replaced by Skrulls years earlier. Clarke, who earned 4 Emmy nominations for Game of Thrones work as Daenerys Targaryen, is the latest Thrones alum to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Both Richard Madden and Kit Harington have roles in the upcoming Eternals film. And a little bit more on that. That's basically just her history there. But yeah, Emilia Clarke is now joining Marvel's Secret Invasion for Disney Plus. She is not going to be Mera in Aquaman 2. She's not replacing Aquaman 2. Not Mera. But now we're talking about Aquaman 2 a little bit. It looks like Patrick Wilson also went on Instagram to kind of give us an update on Aquaman 2. Let the training commence. He's back. Orm is back. Aquaman 2. Guess who's back? Orm is back. Guess who's back? Orm is back. That's great. That's funny. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug. That's interesting. So he's back in there. He's getting ready to go there. I don't know what that is. Was he like wet and he laid on the floor, and so it has his shape there? I'm thinking that's what's going on there. But yeah, I think that's what's going on there. So great to see. I think does that mean they're shooting or they're getting ready to shoot? I don't know. It's hard to say. But definitely it's another DC film that is being in the shooting process right now, or getting about to shoot process right now. All right. Speaking of movies that we could have gotten, but Dave Bautista once went directly to DC Films to say he wanted to play Bane. Now, he actually talked about this on Justice Con with Enosh. There was a little like, whoa, we're not even casting Bane. I was like, I don't care, I'm playing him, which is kind of a funny situation because Zack Snyder has said that people wanted him to be Bane, but he imagines him to be somewhere like Kilowog or something, and he said that it would be too easy, that's too simple to cast him as Bane or something like that. And so it's funny that Dave Bautista is like, no, I want to play Bane, and Zack's like, okay, I guess he wants to play Bane, so let's make him play Bane then. And it was kind of funny. But Dave Bautista even retweeted this a little bit and added a little bit more context to the story. He said, I wasn't joking. But in all honesty, as they did have a good giggle and show me the exit, at least I gave it a shot. My life seems to be a continuing mission to find an alternative route to get to where I want to be. I'm good with that, dream chaser. So that him just confirming that he did, try to be Bane at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers like, nah. I don't see it. Not right now. We're not making Bane. Get out of here. That's too bad. I think he would have made a great Bane. He's huge. He's big. And he definitely would be. But I'm glad that he's taking on roles that, are challenging, and not so easy, I'd say. And like in the Army of the Dead, the interviews and stuff, they talked about him wanting to choose roles that are bigger. So because like maybe one day, he's able to express his actual, real acting abilities, and then he wants to direct one day and stuff like that. So he's always trying to challenge himself, and that's great. So I'm really hoping he gets to get there at a point in time, right, in the future. So that is Bane. Now, I wanted to talk about it because some people were kind of discussing this today and yesterday, mostly yesterday, I think. And I want to throw up Bryan Zapp's Flash costume. So this is the Flash costume he drew up for the Flash movie. And awesome work again, Bryan, wherever you are in heaven. I hope you're smiling down upon us. but thank you for all you've done. And this is no exception. It's incredible. It looks great. It's a good, clear view of the Flash. And one of the things I'm always curious about is the Flash movie. We're at a point where like this is like the crossroads of, actually figuring out, like this is we'll probably be figuring out whether or not which canon do they actually choose. I know Zack said the Warner Brothers execs told him they chose the Justice League, the Joss Whedon's Justice League as canon, but then Patty Jenkins says all the other the directors in the DC had just threw away Justice League as canon. And so I'm wondering where Andy Muschietti's head is at. Like, where is he going to throw it in? Now, I understand the yellow, the yellow thunder, the lightning stuff actually was probably because he's got a new suit that Bruce Wayne made. But are we going to get to see a glimpse of his original suit in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Does Andy Muschietti know anything about Zack Snyder's Justice League? I'm sure he watched it. I'm sure if he had an opportunity to go 4 hours and actually watch that, I think he would have gotten that. And also that he had discussions with Ray Fisher in terms of Cyborg and where they're going to take Cyborg. And so you would think that Ray Fisher read the script and said, absolutely, that is the Zack Snyder's version that you're kind of going off from. So if that's the case, then would it be more of a sequel to Zack Snyder's Justice League? At the same time, there are execs that are on board with this and are actually part of the development. And one of them is, absolutely Walter Hamada, right? Because either Andy Muschietti, I think Andy Muschietti or Sasha Calle said that Walter Hamada was also on the call and also the one choosing who should be Supergirl with him. So I find that like, okay, so that means he's absolutely part of the development too, and like how close he is in part of that development. But then this is Barbara and Andy Muschietti, and they have to probably have their own ideas as well. And they wanted Ray Fisher to be Cyborg, and there's some very difficult problems with that right now. Could that change? Maybe, perhaps, but I don't know. Seems unlikely, but we could always cross our fingers and something happens up to the exec level, like they just all get fired or something. Clean house. But anyway, I'm always wondering like where they're gonna go with that. Like, will he know how to? Like, did he once we get into the Flash movie, will we find out that he forgot how to go into the Speed Force all of a sudden? Are we thinking his biggest power is pushing a truck filled with Russians down in Justice League, and that was the height of his abilities, or has it gone more? I'm truly curious on where that would head, where it would branch off from. What is the continuity going into, even if they try to, like you said, even if they will reboot it and try to say, hey, the Snyderverse is gone, I'm wondering if we're going to explain that within the movie, or will we begin with this movie with that not being the case? Like, there is no, because Iris West, Kiersey Clemons, is in the movie, so she absolutely is part of that. And she was not introduced in Justice League. She's introduced in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we get to see that. Are they going to refer to that? I don't know. Are we going to see anything about that? I can imagine that the writing, the script was done prior, and it was absolutely done prior to Zack Snyder releasing his things. So, but because the script keeps changing, the writing keeps changing, they're going to have to find a way to get Ray Fisher out, or they're going to keep it in just in case they can get to shoot him later on. We'll see. But for most cases, I hope in a way, just to make it a little bit more seamless, that the Muschietis had watched Zack Snyder's Justice League and already are able to adapt certain pieces. I still don't care that he got his Flash name because of Grant Gustin. I mean, I get it. It's a multiverse thing, but it's kind of like, really? but you know, it is what it is, and they decided that that's how he got his Flash name. So what? Oh well, whatever. But even in that, they mention Victor Stone as Cyborg, so it would be kind of interesting how they're going to hopefully include that into the Flash movie. But I wanted to give my thoughts on that because there was discussion going around whether or not this would, actually adapt things from Zack Snyder's Justice League, that there's still maybe time to do that or not. And the fact that Patty Jenkins says that every single director and pretty much just threw away Justice League as canon, regardless of what the execs had said. So, really curious about that and how that would turn out. All right, talking about Ray Fisher a little bit, but maybe I'll start off with this. Okay, so WarnerMedia put this out. This was after Derek Chauvin is now guilty on 3 accounts for the murder of George Floyd. So that verdict came out. And so there's a lot of different companies putting out different things to be part of that whole, equality and that message, right? The work continues. While this verdict doesn't bring back those we've so wrongly lost, we know that it brings us closer to significant change. We reaffirm our commitment to be a part of the solution by using our platform's content and resources to advance racial equity, and social justice. Well, that is very much a hypocrite. That's almost hypocrisy at its best. And Ray Fisher did realize this, tweeted this out, and said, "How fucking dare you, WarnerMedia? Oh, now I'm pissed," right? Now I'm pissed. And for the people who have not even came out and apologized to the Justice League investigation, where they have shown all that to be untrue, it's hypocrisy at its best. They don't believe the words, they don't act the words that they actually say. And Ray Fisher later, kind of calls out Jason Kylar to do something about it at that level. And whether I don't expect Jason Kylar to say anything, publicly. He'd probably do things in private or whatnot. But this did really blow up. It really blew up with I Stand with Ray Fisher, and it blew up big. WarnerMedia trending. I Stand with Ray Fisher. Many voiced their support for actor Ray Fisher, who accused Justice League director Joss Whedon of abuse after WarnerMedia released a statement made in response to the Derek Chauvin verdict about being committed to advance racial equity and social justice. And that really made it huge. It made it huge to the point that it made some headlines. Deadline, I'd say, says Ray Fisher rips WarnerMedia for tweet about Derek Chauvin verdict social justice. Calls out WarnerMedia for its statement on the conviction of former police officer Derek in the death of George Floyd. So it made it big, but it does show the hypocrisy that WarnerMedia has in regards to the matter. They're blatantly put that out, using that in a way to climb up that social warrior status without actually practicing all this that they say they do, right? And they really, it's looking bad. Like every day it's looking worse and worse. They're constantly putting their foot in their mouths. And it makes me wonder, how far does this go in terms of what other directors, what other content creators will feel about, hey, should I work for Warner Media? Like, it seems bad. Should I be part of that conversation? Especially when any new movie comes out. Should I be a part of that? Do I want to be a part of that? Do I want to get mixed in that? Do I want to be called out for something? There's that thing. In terms of, when you want to work for a company, you look it up. Well, how's this company? What are their ideas, their ideals, and is there anything surrounding this company? And it goes beyond just the content creators and the actors and the crew. It goes with partnerships as well. Maybe a studio will be like, well, do I really want to work with a distributor like this? It's getting a lot of negativity around it. There's this dark cloud around it. There must be something going on that's larger. If there's smoke, there's fire, and there's deadly, absolutely fire. So it makes you real, I'm hoping that makes AT&T realize, like, what, we gotta do something. We gotta clean up a little bit further. And maybe we got to actually actively put it out there that we do mean what we say, whether it be that or, artistic and creative integrities as well. We got to do what we say. We've got taglines and models that we have to follow. And so we don't look like idiots. We don't look like we're hypocrites in a way, because they do right now. And I'm just wondering what other people, like, look at Legendary, right? I mean, they absolutely may work with them again, but they've already kind of like got pissed off after Godzilla vs. Kong, got pissed off for Dune as well. And I don't know when they've contracted out work or something like that, but you got to wonder, maybe there's something there that they're like, well, maybe for the next one, like Gundam, I don't think we're going to use Warner Brothers anymore. We're going to distribute it ourselves internationally, and we're just going to throw it on Netflix because, they're not as toxic, So it's like, and I'm wondering how other companies and other directors and other creators will start to have that falling out with Warner Media. But I also feel bad for the content creators. And I call it content creators. I know artists don't want to call that, but that's what the companies call it, content, and it really is content. But the movies, the directors and stuff, what do they feel? The current ones, they're like, well, we'll just keep going because we signed a contract and stuff, and let's see how it goes. But maybe this is our last project with them. This is our last project because I don't want to be part of this. And I think a lot of them probably feel that way. So how will this end? When will this end? I don't know. But it's getting ugly, and they really need to show that they mean business, that they mean that they're not just going to throw things aside and be quiet and be silent about things, and they have to accept certain things and be held accountable for certain things, and they should downright just come out and say it, whatever needs to be done, because it's affecting your company. It's affecting your status. It's affecting your partners. It's affecting the people that want to work for you or may want to work for you and are already working for you. So it does affects on every single level as a company and a business. So hopefully this gets cleared up. Jason Kyler, come on, man, do something. Do something, man. Okay, anyway. All right, well, that is pretty much it. I know I didn't have headline notes up because it was, I forgot to put them up, but here's the members' comments and questions right now. Let's get right into it. David Sherrington, I absolutely love season 1 of this, and that trailer from last time was phenomenal. Such an amazing concept and done so well. This trailer is really, really good, and the artwork is on point again. Creators of this series looks like they're bringing another crazy adventure in that tease at the end with the volume 3 for 2022. So excited. I'm really excited, and I know there's gonna be season 3. This thing is gonna go off. Like, just imagine the amount of directors and artists and things that could come in and says, I have a short story I want to tell, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, let's put that in there. Your reaction to that trailer is what I look like every time I watch a Marvel trailer now. Unsurprised. They all have the same color grading, and the timing of the jokes is so predictable now. That's fine, by the way. I'll still watch them, but they no longer fill me with any excitement. Yeah. I still haven't got my kids to watch it. They don't seem particularly interested. Yes, because I'm excited for Andy Muschietti's take. I agree with you. The best Spider-Man movie thus far is Spider-Verse. My second would be The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, come at me. Don't worry, man. You can love whatever you want. Every time you're excited about a new DC movie, and then you remember Hamada Burger and Toby Fries. Toby Fries. That's a good one. I never heard of that one. Toby Fries. By the way, Barb Muschetti liked my IG account from a comment from yesterday saying, "Can't wait. Would be lovely if Ray could show up." Oh, that's cool. See, I think that's why. I think the Muschettis really do want Ray Fisher to be part of it, but they're being forced by Warner Brothers not to have him on there. But I think maybe they have hopes that he could rejoin someday. But, maybe all it takes, guys, is apologize. Guys, apologize. I agree. I did like the Spider-Verse. Honestly, it was way better than all Tom Holland Spider movies. I agree. I hope they have the next movie more as adult movie like Toby and the other guy. I forgot his name. It actually had a lot of adult themes in the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. I hope they don't make this movie like how Spider-Man Tom Holland had to shallow Tony Stark. I would not pay money if they ended up doing the same thing. I hope they are not, because I like The Flash. I do watch on TV with Grant Gustin The Flash. I'm conflicted. If we keep subscribed, regardless of their reluctance to continue, they never have to produce anything. Yeah, that's interesting. You're correct. I should be a lot more excited over a Flash movie than I've essentially waited all my life for. Also, I'll give the composer another chance because of Blade Runner 2049. But that Shazam OST was, in my opinion, one of the worst and most generic cartoon-sounding comic book movie scores ever. Not re-listened to a single track since watching the movie. Honestly, I can't even remember a single track from Shazam. Warner Bros. DC is trying to burn something down the earth, want restored to Snyderverse. You don't have to read this one, Chris, but in response to the comment at 28 minutes, well, I already am reading, wasn't playing Trump and cuff for spreading her bullshit. Okay. Oh, I see, because he was playing, like he was trying to play Trump. Never mind. A Flash movie without Cyborg is Warner Brothers dropping the ball once again. They had great chemistry together in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's a bad look for Warner Bros. To be so petty against Ray to take him out of it. And like you, I wanted to be excited for The Flash. Hopefully it's a great film. Yeah, hopefully it's a great film, man. My feelings for a movie is not to go into a movie to pick it apart. Someone sneezes in one image and not sneeze in another. I feel it's the story. A good story is so much better than the details. I feel like the Flash movie is absolutely missing one particular character. Superman! I'm liking the idea of the Flash, very excited, but like you say, the toxicity surrounding it is a negative. The scooper execs of Warner Bros. Are not customer-oriented. I hope they mention Kal-El. I don't know if they mention Kal-El, but, I need more Kal-El. Somewhere. Kal-El, please show up. Sony destroyed the MCU with Into the Spider-Verse. All-time best Marvel movie. Yeah, I love that movie. And I can tell you love that movie. You got Miles Morales right there. Let's see. In Justice, Barry transported people with super speed. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, Barry doesn't transport anyone because it tears them apart. Depending on how Barry saves people in the Flash movie could determine which JL version is canon. Also, I'm hoping that the yellow lightning is a result of the new suit instead of just completely replacing the blue lightning without explanation. Blue for casual, yellow for suit. And if the Flash does reset the multiverse, it'd be cool if they at least show Zack Snyder's Justice League Atlantean designs at the start, and then at the end show the Atlanteans from the Aquaman movie. So overall, the films would make sense. Even the Snyderverse doesn't get restored. All I care about is a clear continuity and that Zack Snyder's Justice League is official canon. The Flash can make that happen, and I hope it does. One of my conversations today, actually, about the Flash. Will it account for Zack Snyder's Justice League? If Ben Affleck is in the movie, I won't watch it. I hope they put Blue Lightning, restore the Snyderverse. 3 things about the Flash advertisement to address the folks who are panicking about it. The music isn't Danny Elfman's theme. People say it's similar, but Junkie XL's late motif for Barry has roughly similar elements too. Justice League had blue lightning like Zack Snyder's Justice League does, so the seeming yellow lightning in the ad doesn't mean Justice League. Ben Affleck accepted the gig because he felt his role in the film has value. No reason to be excited. Nonetheless, no reason to reject it out of hand. I'm certainly going to look at how the production pans out. Yeah, I was hoping there would be some production set photos from any DC movie that was coming out today, aside from Patrick Wilson's wet spot. I'm very curious to see what will happen if Zack Snyder's Justice League wins that MTV award. Yeah, did anybody vote? Anybody vote, by the way? Could that possibly influence the likelihood of sequels? No, but it would be nice to see that Zack Snyder's Justice League wins some awards. This looks so amazing, Chris. I can't wait to see this. Looks like they respect people culture and showing so much story just in 7 minutes. I'm really digging Mortal Kombat. Though one of the comments in that Mortal Kombat video said that it's really edited up and it's short, and I'm like, oh no, did they shorten a movie to 2 hours again? That's how much faith we have, right? Chris, I thought Shang-Chi was weak too. Like, why not give him his suit from the comics? I feel more hyped for Mortal Kombat than this movie for some reason. Honestly, I don't even know what Shang-Chi is supposed to look like, so I can't even tell you. And so, like, sometimes maybe the hype or excitement for that is not there because I literally don't know what I'm watching. Like, it just seems like your average martial arts movie right now. So and maybe for people who know Shang-Chi comics are like, oh, this is the greatest thing in the world, and I'll probably be like that if I knew the characters. Like, if I saw a new Superman, I was like, oh, this is a Superman movie, this is the greatest thing in the world. But I don't know Shang-Chi, so that's probably why I'm not particularly excited in it. I wholeheartedly agree with you about the Spider-Verse movie. Such a great story, score, and look to it. My son and I love watching it. It's by far my most watched Spider-Man movie. Nice too. There's also a great interview by Spitfire Audio on YouTube with the composer. You should give it a watch. I'm cautiously optimistic about The Flash. Restore the Snyderverse. Yeah. Like I said, we can't. It's not like we don't want the Flash movie. It's fine. Make the Flash movie. That's what you want to do. We can't stop you. But, restore Snyderverse too. It's like, why can't we have both? Why can't we have both? If we're touting multiverse shit, we should be able to have both shit. All of it should be acceptable. So, anyway. All right, well, that is it for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. For this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Keep this hot dog light on. Get some t-shirts down below. Send me pictures of your t-shirts, of you in your t-shirt, either on Twitter, Instagram at Ping Pong Flix or pingpongflix@gmail.com. And I'll post it right here on the show for everyone to see your awesome shirt. All right. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you next time.